Alright, I got it. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. But conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people just think. Bleh.
You want to make people bleh.
But I want people make... It's like... line. But I wanted people...
Oh my god!
Please don't pick my route. Make people think, not just feel.
Well, I was actually wondering, how many more times is there gonna be for us to like make poems?
I think there's one more.
One more? Okay, then it has to be.
Really?
It has to be Natsuki then.
Oh no!
Oh snap!
Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Look forward to it!
Okay, next up is Yurai.
Yurai.
Oh,
Yurai
this game is
on
supposed to be seven.
ice.
This game is supposed to be 7 hours long.
It's around that. Like, it depends on how fast you go through stuff.
Ah, I see.
Well, it's halfway there.
Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Awu. Were you influenced by seeing everyone else's writing styles yesterday?
I guess you could say that.
I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry
My hungry.
my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, unurged. The moon in increments. Her writing is hard to read.
Yeah.
The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning.
Buffaloni?
I slice the bread and I feed myself again.
This you would this is like considered a poem?
I think she's just
Yep.
hungry.
It's very much like a story like thing. I don't. Okay.
It's just like the timing and how it's written. I guess that's
see.
what makes it
Okay.
a poem.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
Yeah, the raccoon and a knife eating bread at night. Oh my gosh.
Scandalous.
I can see that.
Yuri.
It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Wait, is that saying that there wasn't an actual raccoon?
What? There wasn't any
There wasn't.
Oh
No,
my god, I'm
it's
so
a
bad
metaphor.
at this. Okay, fine,
Fake bread.
whatever.
Your
Clearly, I'm not
poetry
smart
does
enough
not
to
go well with
understand
you.
I was promised a raccoon.
I thought she was just like feeding a raccoon and knowing that
No.
it was bad, but she kept doing it anyway.
No, it's a metaphor.
What the fucking hell does the raccoon? I hate this. Oh god. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies.
Like feeding raccoon bread.
It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
This could easily just be a girl who likes raccoons.
I mean, it could be.
Gosh. Ha, that's funny. Metaphors, my ass.
Eh?
Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
Eh? She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean... Does she really feel that way?
Oh, now you two can bond over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting.
Wait, if Natsuki is manga, then what's Yuri's? If it's not fucking raccoons.
It's a raccoon.
Raccoons.
God damn it.
Or maybe it's just slicing bread. That's her hobby. Not eating, just slicing bread.
To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Do we? But in all seriousness, do we know what her, what this odd hobby is of hers?
No.
No, we don't? Oh, okay. Don't worry, I have no reason to.
I mean, you could guess what it is, but...
Well, thank you for sharing it with me.
In my head, all I can think of is fucking a raccoon. Honestly, I literally can't think of anything else. So once it shows that it's not a raccoon, I'm gonna be very seriously disappointed.
You really attached to different words in her poem, the flickering and
I just love
the...
raccoon so much! No, don't even! I'm not gonna fight you about that. She was feeding a raccoon! What am I supposed to focus on, the bread?
Maybe she was feeding bread a raccoon.
After all,
Wow, so angry.
after all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself.
Yeah, guys, embrace your weirdness. Feed the bread.
I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener.
Alright, now it's my turn. But I need a drink because that yelling made my throat itchy.
I'll take a drink too.
I need some raccoon.
Stop.
And to be honest, anytime I think of raccoons, all I can think about is that stupid one from that movie Over the Hedge.
Oh my god.
That's the only raccoon that's in my mind.
I don't think I've
That's a
seen
great
that movie.
It was whatever. It was whatever movie.
Hey, it's great. The entire soundtrack has been pulled, so I'm all for that.
Oh, I don't remember the soundtrack. I don't remember the movie much. I just remember there was a
I'm
raccoon in it.
obsessed with Ben Folds, so just...
Okay.
I don't have a problem.
Hi again, Noel. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. I like this one. It makes me think of something Saori would like.
Is that so?
You and Saori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Saori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading it into it too much?
It could be.
I love that laugh.
Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Saori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. Save me!
Oh, this one's good too.
Is
You've only read the first sentence.
I know, but I'm so struck by it. Okay.
Sabi, the colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. What? An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
What?
Wait, what?
Shit. I just had a really perverse thought from that. Like, I don't know, just like load her with like stuff. Can I click on it? No, I can't.
Oh no.
Save me, load me. Is this like a
Load
game
me,
related
daddy.
thing?
Okay.
It gets scary when I scroll because I was worried that there's something gonna come up that I don't like. I hope that doesn't
Blank
happen.
canvas.
That just reminded me, I don't know if you ever read, there was like a Korean comic,
No,
like
no,
horror
no,
comic.
no, 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 no,
I know
That when
what
you
it is.
scrolled through and read it, it would suddenly start automatically scrolling and the guy would like come at you.
Oh, I hate
that's
that. I
scary.
ran into
I
that not
remember that.
knowing it.
That one got me good. I remember
It
that.
got me too.
I hate it. Oh my god, that stupid piece of shit. I was so upset.
I think, was there noise with it too?
I think so.
I
I remember.
there
Oh
was
yeah, 'cause
noise.
I seem to remember because it made me like yank off my headphones or something.
Yeah,
remember.
it
Oh.
spooked me.
So fucking
Sounds
scary. I hated
spooky.
that thing. Fuck whoever made that. This fucking
Yeah,
asshole
really.
is fucked up.
Oh my god.
Never do I want to come across that again.
I'll send it to you.
Don't you fucking dare.
No, I'm getting you for Christmas.
No. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
Oh my god.
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Oh, quick, save the game,
Wait a
save the
minute.
game.
Thanks, Monica.
I haven't saved at all, so that's made me...
Yeah. Thank you.